Right, so we're back. My camera ran out of battery there, so you missed my bread and the chicken, but it was really just taking the chicken that was in the egg wash and putting the breadcrumbs and the parmesan on it and pressing it in. So our breaded chicken's done. Well, tomato sauce is cooking. What I'm going to do with the tomato sauce maybe is blend it. Blend it slightly, not into a puree, but just to kind of break things up a wee bit. Another way you could do this is by dicing the onion. I don't really bother because it doesn't bother me. There's loads of ways to refine this recipe. This is a really quick and easy way of doing it. So we'll just leave the tomato sauce simmering away. You know, I've put some of the sunflower oil into the pan, and I'm going to put that on. So I've had that at a kind of a low heat just to heat up. You can see it's starting to shimmer. That means it's kind of up to temperature. So this is a bit manky. So we get that to it's kind of warm, and we're going to take our chicken and start that cooking. So you want a kind of moderate heat here. You don't want it too high or your oil starts smoking. Too low and your chicken will get crispy. So we're going to cook the chicken, and in the meantime I'm going to blitz this down just a tad. Take that off the heat. Moving that over here. So that as well, I did have my camera and a kind of hillbilly makeshift way hanging off my neck, but I'm just holding it now. I had to have it hanging off my neck because I wouldn't be able to show you how to butterfly the chicken if it wasn't. So I'm just going to take my blender, like I say, not into a puree, but just kind of breaking it up a bit. And that's fine for me. Another thing you can do with your tomato sauce is to take the skin off the tomatoes, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. You've got to blanch them in boiling water, and the skin will fall off. It doesn't really bother me. And what tends to happen as well is you'll see the skin will separate from the tomato, and you can't actually pull it out. If the tomato sauce cooks long enough, all these wee bits of skin will float to the top, and they're quite easy to remove. But like I say, it doesn't really bother me. So our chicken, your best using here is tongs. You can use like a fish slice, but I find tongs easier. Tongs are good because what I can do is I can peek underneath and see how it's coming along. And you can see there that is the colour that we're looking for. So we can go ahead and flip this over. Oh, that looks beautiful. Good thing about your chicken parm as well is you don't need to worry about undercooking your chicken here because you're going to be finishing it in the oven. So in the meantime we're going to get our oven on to about 160, 170 or thereabouts. And we're just going to wait for our chicken tomato sauce is practically done here, so what we're going to do is taste that and then correct the seasoning. That's perfect. It doesn't need anything else. The other thing is, obviously, you saw me use quite a bit of butter in this. That makes a huge difference to the taste. Don't be scared of butter. It's so good for you. And it adds loads of flavour to things. So you're more likely to eat the thing if it tastes nice. So when in doubt, add more butter. It is calorific, but I'm sure they've done loads of studies and found that the health benefits of butter outweigh it being bad for you, the bad things it does. Butter isn't bad, butter's good. Look at the French. The French use hundreds of butter in everything. They're as healthy as can be. So that's our chicken done. Both sides seem done. Oops, sorry, taking you upside down there. So that goes into a dish. Do the next bit of chicken. Just that. And so now, I mean, it's pretty easy and straightforward for this point. We're going to cook our chicken. We're going to put it in here. We're going to add our tomato sauce and tart, and then we're going to top it with cheese and bake it in the oven. Obviously you can use any cheese you want. For this, traditionally it's meant to be mozzarella and parmesan. That's why it's called chicken parm. So your tomato sauce as well, you're wanting this quite dry, no dry as in, but you don't want it too sloppy and wet. Or what it's going to do is it's just going to make the chicken really sloppy and wet. You want crispy chicken, tasty tomato sauce, stringy cheese. That's the textures that we're going for with this. And as for like what you serve this way, I think it's actually fine just served on its own. You could serve it with rice. Sometimes it's served with pasta. I wouldn't serve it with pasta because we've already got like breadcrumbs in there. So it's carby enough as it is. But once you get this done, I mean, it's really like a meaty pizza. I think that's what Brian had said the first time we tasted it. He said it's like pizza, but you're replacing bread with chicken. But when you get a mouthful, it is just like pizza. I mean, you've had this before. I say you, that's if Rachel was watching this. Rachel had this a lot growing up. That's one of the next recipes I'm going to show as well, is how to make proper scrambled egg. Just got a check here. So what I'm going to do with the tomato sauce is it's close to being there. And you can see what I mean now, you might not be able to see it on this camera. You might not be able to see it in this camera, but apparently my device is getting too hot. I think I was too close to the pot there. But you can see all the bits of tomato skin floating to the surface. And as I say, you could go in with your tongs and pick it all out quite easily. So my chicken is pretty much there. What I'm going to do with tomato sauce is blast it up to full, just to remove as much of the moisture, or to evaporate as much of the water off this as I can, to reduce it so that it's nice and thick and 2 C's. And that is with chicken definitely done, so let the excess oil come off that in the pan.